All right, hello everyone, and welcome to week 5 of the ICP Draft League. This week we are taking on Tom, coach of the Central Coast Cloudsters, and after last week's unfortunate match against TJP, we're going to be trying to mix things up and try to get a W, essentially trying to get ourselves back in the running for playoffs. So let's see what we're bringing into Tom here. All right, hello everyone. And so first up, we are bringing Tornadus Therian. This time we're going to just be running a very offensive one, going for Nasty Plot, trying to give us a little bit of a boost to just kind of punch a hole through his team with Heat Wave, Hurricane, and Focus Blast. We are running the risk of basically being able to miss every single one of these moves, but trying to go for the more of a high risk, high reward type of thing, trying to just maximize the amount of damage that I'm doing, really trying to just put him on the back foot as early as possible if I can. Would be nice, but I'm not entirely certain how well that's going to end up going. Next up, we have our Galarian Slowking. We're going a max special defense and max HP just to try to tank some of his, especially offensive hits. One of the biggest worries that I do have from his team is going to be the Reuniclus. So trying to get a yawn off on that just to try to put it to sleep. Future Sight is just for some general, like, being able to hit things and try to force out any sort of dark types, where then I can try to deal with them afterwards with our fairy moves from Comfey. Ice Beam and Chilly Reception, just overall, again, just hitting some of the ground and flying types, and then Chilly Reception for pivot with Regenerator regen. We do also have Curum. This one's also holding the heavy duty boots, just like our Glowking was, because do kind of expect him to potentially try to put up hazards on us, so really don't want that to start whittling down our team, because this team is quite bulky and can be kind of annoying to completely break. So this one we're just running the Earth Power, as well as Freeze Dry, Strong's Ice type that I can kind of run with, as well as Blizzard for if we get the Chilly Receptions off we won't miss, and then Draco Meteor for the max damage I can do just out of a dragon move. We are also running a Scarf near max speed Heatran this time, just not a speed boosting nature, trying to catch him off guard with this if I can, just outspeed something. Trapping it with Magma Storm, getting a little bit of extra chip damage would be nice. Flamethrower, just because that one won't miss like Magma Storm can. Flash Cannon and Earth Power are just kind of general for the rest of his team. Ideally, I would just like to hit something with a Magma Storm if I can, as long as I can still outspeed it. Even catch something on a switch and would be nice. Getting that extra damage from the chip can help us secure a few kills from his team. Next up, we do have Gyarados. This one rocking a Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Earthquake, and Terra Blast set. I believe I was Terra Fairy on this, but I don't really entirely think that one ended up mattering because we just Terra'd with the Comfey, trying to get through that with as well as setup, which you'll end up seeing. This one was Lumberry in case he wanted to bring a like Thunder Wave on anything to try to slow us down or even try to burn us. So I just wanted to avoid any sort of status for the time being while I try to get set up. All right, and lastly, we have Comfey, Modest Nature, kind of a standard set that we've seen before. This one running Calm Mind, Taunt, Draining Kiss, and Terra Blast. The Taunt was just so that way I could try to taunt something that would try to either set up in front of us, allowing us to then go for a Calm Mind. Taunt mostly because the Reuniclus can try to set in front of us. It can try to set up as well if it wants to run like a stored powered set. So taunting it will allow me to, since I outspeed it, I can just stop it from continuing that process, and then I can just focus on Draining Kiss and Terra Blast getting damage or healing back and setting up Calm Minds. Life Orb just for the added damage to try to get as much as I can through his team. And that's basically the team that we have, so hopefully this works out, and we'll see how this goes in the battle. All right, and here we are for week 5 of the ICP, this week against a good friend of ours, Tom. Let's see what he ended up bringing. So, he's having a momentary issue. Heard. All right, anyways, we can see what he brought. He didn't bring the Artrulodon. That's interesting. Or the Annihilate? Fuck. He did bring the Weavile. Didn't bring the Ardgalva. Didn't expect that. Brought the Tinkaton. Brought the Landorus. Reuniclus. Didn't bring the Galvantula. Brought the Tentacle. Brought the Aaron Thorns. Okay. Interesting. What does he lead? I don't want to lead. I'm going to lead Einstein, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. All right, well, best of luck to Tom. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So he goes right into the reunit quest. I think I'm fine with that. Like, he absolutely could just go for an attack here. I wanted to go for Yawn, but I think I am just gonna go for the chilly reception here. Okay, so he does go for the Calm Mind. I kind of expected that. I'm just wondering what they're going to do here. Those are Terra normal. I don't think they're going to be light form, though. I do want to go out to Comfey here. And I do want to go for Taunt because I want to I want to stop this from being able to continue trying to set up in front of us, try to keep it locked to just the +1 here. Okay, so we do get the taunt off. No more Calm Minds. You stop that. So, let's just say, hypothetically, I could go for one myself here. Because I am faster, and I just want to stop him from trying to get set up. Okay, so we do get our own Calm Mind up here. Okay, he goes for stored power. Continue to 144. The stored power that did 42%. It'd be like a min roll, or close to a min roll on Modest. He's like a bulkier one, that'd be like a max roll, which I think is fine. I'm gonna try going for a second one here. Okay, so he withdraws. He might go out to the Tentacruel? Okay. Do I... Well, I don't really need the Terra Fairy anymore on... I don't necessarily need Terra Fairy anymore on Gyarados, so I think this might be fine. If he's like max speed, he'll outspeed me. But if he's like a more defensive one, let's say he's like 252, especially defensive. Plus Bedef Nature has a chance to live the Terra Blast. I'm just gonna go for that here. There's a chance that I outspeed because I'm not a bulkier version, I'm a more like speedier version. I am just modest for the damage along with Life Orb. So let's see what this can do. Okay, he goes for liquid. Ah, that's gonna kill. Damn. So he is a speedier physical version. That sucks. Damn it. Okay. I was wondering if that would end up being the case there. Okay. So Tentacle gets the kill on Comfey. That was a risk that I kind of ended up taking. That's on me. God, even getting myself to like a +2 is not going to end up mattering. I have to land like several hurricanes. Well, he has like a physical version. He might not be, and he is faster than me. +2 hurricane could end up doing it. I think I will actually just go out to the Gyarados here. An ideal situation. So he was faster than me, so he'll be faster than me here. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance because I do ideally need the speed against him. Okay, so he goes for Flip Turn. Takes me down to 314. I did 10%. Okay. He could still be a bulky one. That's like a max roll with no attack investment. Yeah, he kind of had me trapped there. I think like we would have had to have speed tied. I should have just went absolute max speed and went for a speed tie. I assume he goes out to potentially Iron Thorns here because I can't Terra anymore, which sucks. And he's Terra Water, so like he'd absolutely just eat whatever I go for here. Even with like no investment, like HP and defense wise, he just eats like several Earthquake. Like it. That's Kafka. Yeah, it's the Iron Thorns. Okay. So I assume he just goes for. He can just go for the electric move, but I don't really have viable switch-ins to that right now. And I don't want to let him get set up if he goes for that. I will just kind of go for the Earthquake. I have to get damage here. Go for the Earthquake. Yeah, he's super bulky. He goes for a Thunder Wave, so now I'm paralyzed. Actually, the Lumberry will help me with that. He only took like 25, 30, like 35%, so he's like a max HP. Like he's probably like a max HP like support based one, unfortunately. Even a crit here is not going to end up mattering. I'd need him to like miss a Thunder Wave or something. Would be like the most ideal situation. No, and he's Citrus. Damn! I don't really think I'm going to be able to get around this. He can probably just go for a Volt Switch. Oh, he goes for a Thunder Wave, gets it. Unfortunate. Like a second Dragon Dance could help. Maybe claim a kill. I'm gonna have to, but I assume he just kills me here. I don't really have reliable switch-ins. get a second one up. But I assume he just has an electric move to one-shot me here. Yep, both left sides got me. That actually doesn't, surprising. But that does put me in range of something else, I assume. But he can just go out to the Landorus here. As that, oh, this is the Weavile. Yeah, Weavile comes out. Yeah, like I just have to go for the waterfall. But I presume just anything kills me here. And I can't cure this thing, so Gyarados is basically dead. Yep, he gets the kill. Good. Gyarados. Kinda have to go out to the Heatran here. Like, I'm not... If he is sped crept down to my... well, he can just go out to the... This won't entirely matter. I'm just going to go for the Magma Storm anyway. Yeah, he withdraws... He might be choiced. Yeah, he just goes out to the Iron Thorns, which will just eat this. Yep. I can go out to Slowking. Terra Blast. Oh my god, and a crit. Yeah, I think that's just burying me here. I will just go for a Chilly Reception. Really all I can do at this point. No, and he missed at least, so crit into a miss. That saves me quite a bit. Like, we will just go for the Blizzard. This should theoretically kill. Okay. I assume the Tinkaton comes out. Yeah, I think this is the Tinkaton. Gets the Mold Breaker. Holding an air balloon? Not holding an air balloon. I just assume they outspeed. I will go out to Slow King here. Yep, they get rocks up. That will hurt the rest of the team. Guess I can go for the yawn in case he wants to switch into something here. Swords Dance. Okay, this is fine. Because either this can go to sleep. We have one more turn. I guess I will just go for the future sight here. Oh, went for the bulldoze. Yeah, it doesn't kill. And then we will go for a chilly reception here. Okay, so they stay in. The tentacle probably doesn't end up wanting to come out because it'll take the future sight. Honestly, I think Flamethrower is just the best bet right now. Okay, so he withdraws. Probably goes out to the Tentacruel. Maybe? I think that's it. No, it's, oh, it's the Reuniclus. I kept forgetting this thing was around. Hey, I get a burn. That's kind of nice. Bring it down to about 50%. To Reuniclus. With I don't remember. I do just kind of need to go for this again. Okay. He goes for recover. Yeah, he goes for recover. Damn! I don't think I can beat this thing. That's gonna be the unfortunate part. I can go out to cure him here while we still have a little bit of snow. You can go for a Calm Mind Day. So, oh, he goes for recover. Okay. We have one more turn of snow. We're just gonna go for the blizzard. Need the most amount of damage that I can get here. This will kind of give me a better idea of what his set is, because he's back up to full. Because at least a max HP like a Fizz-Def one, this would do about 53 to 62%. Okay, so he withdraws, probably goes out to the Tentacruel. Oh, no, he goes out to the Tinkaton. Even against Tinkaton, doesn't do a whole lot. We know it's not Air Balloon. Can try to go for the earth power here. Hope he just stays asleep. Oh, and he just insta wakes up. Goes for bulldoze, slowing us down a little bit. And he shook a berry. Got it. I am gonna go out to Tornadus here. Goes for the bulldoze, but doesn't land anything. I think at this point I kind of can't really rely on. Well, Nicholas can come out. How much am I doing? Healy was a potential chance to 2-hit KO, so I guess we'll try for this. Okay, so they withdraw. I'm guessing this is the tentacle? Oh, yeah, this is the tentacle. Eats that up. They did about 10%, so yeah, they're a bulkier set. I do need to nasty plot up if I want to be able to kill with a hurricane, potentially. Just hoping they don't absolutely annihilate me here. Knockoff gets rid of the life orb, so actually this probably keeps them in the game here. Well, go for the hurricane. Best I can do. And I missed. Saw that coming. As expected. Best I can really do is try going out to the Slow King here. That is Slow King gone. Like, he avoided me last time. I just don't think he goes out into the Landorus currently. But this also just won't do anything to the tentacle. I'm gonna go for this and hoping he just goes out into the tentacle, maybe? Okay, so he withdraws. Oh my goodness, he's living it so well. That actually does help. The -1 potentially can help us here. I just don't know what he is, because I know he was faster than Comfey. I'm just gonna go for it again. Hope that this can kill. God, and he lives. And liquidation. Doesn't take me out Flame Body? Oh, thank you. Flame Body actually can help with that. Alright, so Heatran gets 1 kill. Well, now Flamethrower is kind of free, but I need to be able to get back into this is the problem. But once he's out, that's basically it. Oh, yeah, we're out to you again, which I can't really stop that, unfortunately. Because this is a Uniclus. But yeah, like, I would have to go for Magma Storms. I need to go out to Fujin here. Best case scenario, even if they can get like a +1 up. Well, actually, yeah, but I guess they could just go for moves here. Yeah, they go for Calm Minds. That's if I'm at +2. Yeah, like I have to just get damage off first, so I'm gonna try to get myself. Yep, they go to +2. Alright, just hope that I can land this Hurricane, I guess. Nope, and I just miss again. Yeah, as expected. Sword Power. That'll claim it. I can go out to cure him. Like, realistically, only damage I can do is Blizzard. Which really won't even end up mattering. Yeah, I'll just go for a Blizzard. Yep, and secure him. Heatran. Like, yeah, no matter what, even if I crit, it won't matter, so. That is GG's to Tom. So, you know, we'll try again next week against the Poke Professor and hope that maybe we can survive after last week's meme game versus TJP. Otherwise, I think that about puts us out of playoff potential. So, great game, Tom, and see you all next week.